Hello everyone, welcome to online classes. Today I'll explain Act 4th of As You Like It. Now, in scene first, Rosalind criticizes Jax for his extreme melancholic behavior, and Jax explains that his melancholy is peculiar to himself and it has been distilled from many herbs and formed of many ingredients. Now, the dramatic purpose of the opening dialogue between Jax and Rosalind seems indirectly to further exalt the heroine. Now, the dramatic representation of the mock wooing takes place, and Celia officiates as the priest in a mock marriage. Now, when Orlando enters the scene, but he is already late, and Rosalind is angry now, and she chides him and threatens to banish him if he is late again. They proceed in their love lessons and go through the mock ceremony of marriage. And Rosalind urges Celia to perform the ceremony. Rosalind also reminds Orlando about frailties of women, that they are sunny and charming as May before the wedding, but their aspect changes and storms come on after it. After marriage, a woman becomes jealous, she becomes noisy, talkative, etc. But Orlando here refuses to believe that his Rosalind will never behave like this because she is bright and clever. Orlando, after some time, takes leave of her and goes to attend the Duke's dinner, and he promises to return after 2 o'clock. Now, scene second is an interruption to an audience that wants to know what happens when Orlando keeps his appointment with Rosalind. So, in this scene, actually, a deer has been killed, and Jack suggests that the hunter should be presented to the Duke with the deer's horns. Now, in this scene, actually, the followers of the banished Duke they have killed this deer, and they all are in merry mood, and they all sing. And here, Jack suggests that the hunter should be presented to the Duke with the deer's horns set upon his heads as an emblem of victory. This is actually a scene third. This is not scene fourth, actually, this is scene third. So, when Orlando again fails to arrive on time, Celia teases Rosalind that he must have taken his hunting implements and has gone to sleep in the forest. Now, Sylvius brings Phoebe's letter and gives it to Rosalind. Now, Rosalind was already wondering to Celia that why Orlando is late in coming. Now, Sylvius pleads not to be angry, for he fears that the letter's content it must be harsh. But Rosalind refuses to believe that the letter is written by a woman because the tone of the letter is blustering and it is unkind. And Rosalind believes that a woman's tender heart can never compose such a letter. And when Rosalind reads out the letter which Sylvius has brought to her, now Sylvius wonders about the harsh tone, and Rosalind now asks Sylvius to return to Phoebe and tell her to be kind and loving to him. Otherwise, sorry, and if she is not if she is not kind to Sylvius, then Rosalind will have nothing more to do with her. Now, Oliver comes in the scene. Oliver is the elder brother. He comes into the scene he comes with the news that he has been saved from an attack by a snake and a lioness by Orlando, and by doing so Orlando himself has been wounded by the lioness. When Oliver enters, he asks about the little shepherd's cottage surrounded by olive trees. Now Celia directs him and tells that it is empty now, for no one is at home. Now Oliver at once recognizes them as told by his brother, and now Oliver gives blood-stained handkerchief to Rosalind and seeks forgiveness on behalf of his brother Orlando for not coming on time. Oliver reveals his identity and his change of behavior. He reveals how Orlando met with an adventure and how he saved his brother from a snake and a lioness. Now, Celia and Rosalind at once recognize him as the one who tried to kill Orlando so many times. But Oliver says that this incident had changed him completely and he repents for his past deeds. When Rosalind asks about the blood-stained handkerchief, Oliver replies that while attempting to dress the wound, Orlando actually swooned with the cry of Rosalind and asked Oliver to give this handkerchief to the lad whom he calls as Rosalind and seek forgiveness for not coming. So, when Rosalind hears this, she faints, and when she comes to her sense, then she says that she was merely pretending to faint as a lover would have done under such circumstances. Because Oliver was quite surprised by such behavior. Why a man would faint by looking at a blood or by looking at this handkerchief. But Rosalind actually fainted. So she gives a befitting reply to Oliver that she was merely pretending to faint. She was not actually swooned, she was only pretending to do so. Okay, I think it's clear. Thank you.